Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've filmed and I'm so excited to talk and see you guys and catch up. So welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a kind of take on a video idea that I know a lot of people do this time of year. It's kind of like brands I want to try in 2021 or things like that. So I'm going to be doing kind of my take on like that. So I'm going to be doing 5 brands I want to try in 2021 and like 5 products. Now the products don't have to be from those specific brands, but they are products that I want to bring into my collection. And then there's 5 specific brands that I want to try with, I think, 1 honorable mention. But I just want to take a quick second and introduce myself before we get into the video. My name is Haley. Here are my socials, and this is my realm of creativity where I mainly focus on makeup and fantasy related things. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing and becoming a companion on my makeup quest. I usually upload videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so be sure to go follow me on Twitter and Instagram to be notified of when those go up. Now, let's get into the video. We are going to, I think, go over products first. We're going to go over the 5 products. The 5 products first. First is the Midas Cosmetics Cake Liner, like the large one. I think I would prefer the bright one over the pastels because I'm not super pastel. I like it from time to time, a light look, but that's not really what I usually go for. I know I'm not very colorful today, but I wanted something nice and warm, but I am kind of dramatic. But yeah, I'm not super pastel, so I don't think I get much use out of that one. And I know that they're not super cheap, but they're not expensive to where like I'm buying each individual color gel liners like I would for Lethal and a couple of other brands like Suva. I know that they have a liner glitter palette, and if it was just the liners, I'd probably be interested in that one, but since it has the glitters in it as well, it's not really something I'm super intrigued by. So I have always wanted to try Midas. I want to try the Lemonade palette and stuff like that, but as far as one specific product that I really want in my collection to do kind of different looks next year would be that liner palette. Next is Oma Beauty, and I really want to try their complexion products. I've heard great things about their concealer and their foundation. This year, a lot of people have been featuring it in like Black-owned brand videos, and it is a palette. It's a brand that has been on my radar for a little while now. Jackie Aina would do some looks with their palettes, and I really like their depth that they go to. They're really rich colors, and it's something that I'm really interested in. But as far as something that I'm really wanting to try from them is more of their complexion products. I know a lot of people are liking their foundations and concealers for different reasons. There are some people who prefer the concealer to the foundation and vice versa. I think it really just depends on what your preferences are, and from what I've seen of both of them, I think that I would like them both. And I'm looking to kind of grow and try different foundations and concealers, specifically concealers next year, because I'm more of I like to spot conceal where I can and wear as minimal base makeup as possible. So if I can find a good concealer or a foundation I can use as concealer, that'd be great, and I'd love to support them and even try some of their palettes in the future. But as far as one specific product that I really want to bring into my collection and try and get my hands on, it's definitely the concealer and foundation from Oma. Oma is also on my list of brands that I want to try, so that kind of goes hand in hand. So I could also be trying out their palettes as well. Next specific product that I'm like looking to find is a brow pen. Now, I have a few brow products that I have. Nothing that I love. I do my brows as a means to an end, is to just have them because I don't really have them. Now, I have taken to like shaving off or like tweezing off this half of my brow because it it's really hard to fill them in otherwise, because if I fill them in they just look very strange, and I need to fill them in because I have a frontal part, and then my tail end, the part that I took off, the hairs grow straight. It's not like wild, it's just very sparse and very straight, so it's just not, it doesn't look right when I fill my tail in when there's hair there. So I take my tail off and I draw in my tail, but I don't have any good products to kind of draw in eyebrow hairs. I have this pencil that I use with a pomade, but it's not thin enough, so I am really interested in getting a brow pen. I know that Lime Crime has one. I'm gonna see what my best options are for brow products and kind of do some more research into them, but I want to have something that's gonna be easier for me to make brow hairs, because that's kind of where I'm wanting my brows to go. I don't like them super blocky or anything, and it's really hard to make brow hairs with the pen. I don't have a pen. With the brush that I have, it's just a little too thick. So that is a product that I'm hoping to get into my collection. On the same kind of train as a brow pen, I'm really interested in freckle pens. I don't really know what my freckle vibe would be. I know that there's like differences in intensity. I think that I'd want something pigmented because I like a lot of dramatic makeup anyway. I think that would probably be what I'd be going for, but I don't know. So I know that Beauty Bean has a video comparing a lot of different freckle products, and I should probably use that as reference and kind of see what other people are using like on Instagram and stuff, because I think freckles just bring a lot of warmth to the face, and it would be something that would kind of help with future video ideas, not just beauty makeup but different video ideas for me in the future. And so freckle products is something that I'm looking to kind of get more information on and eventually add to my collection in 2021. And then last thing is a eyelash serum. An eyelash serum. An eyelash serum. I've been struggling with these lashes in particular. I don't know what is going on with them, but they're growing double a lot on this eye, and like in the middle of my eye right here, they're very short. It's a very strange thing that's happening. It's never been an issue before, but it is. I have naturally long lashes. I don't have naturally curly lashes, and I don't have naturally thick lashes. So I would like to have thicker lashes. I don't necessarily need them to be curly because I could do like regular lash lamination or something like that. I'm not interested in lash extensions. But I have seen like lash lamination, which is frightening to look at, but I think the end results are really nice. So that would be something that I could do. But lash serum to kind of get the thickness and kind of help whatever's going on with this eye. I'm completely in the dark as far as lash serums go. Because they're probably out of people's makeup routine and in people's skincare routine, and I feel like I don't know, I haven't found anybody who I've seen review or say anything about a lash serum. I have to say it really slow. So, those are the products. Now, my 5 brands that I want to try, like I said, Oma Beauty, specifically their concealer and foundation, but I like a lot of their palettes. Their palettes go really dark, really rich and deep. But I mean, if I could pick up a range of things from that brand, I would definitely be a happy camper, because I'm really impressed with everything that they've put out, and they have like a really clear aesthetic and vision to their brand, and I always appreciate that. So Oma Beauty is a brand that I am looking to try in 2021. Number 2 is Luxie Beauty. I am interested in Luxie because they have a range of single options, and I'm looking to grow my single collection. I do have the Colored Rain Book of Shadows. No, it is the Book of Shades. Yeah, it's the Book of Shades. I have the Book of Shades, and I only have 1 page, and I want to just kind of get some more dimensional shades. How many times can I say shades in a video? I want to get some more dimensional shadows in my collection, my singles collection in particular, and kind of, get my hands on a new formula. I know that they have a range of things, and I would like to see kind of where my eyes gravitate towards as far as picking out specific single shadows for myself instead of having the palette pre-made for me, and kind of see what kind of, if I had free reign to pick specific colors, what would I pick? I don't know. So yeah, that is just a brand. Oh, and they're fairly inexpensive, I know, and I think that there's a few like coupon creator codes out there, so they're just a brand that I think is not a huge financial investment to dip my toe into singles. So we're double dipping here. Next is Midas. Oh yeah, Midas. Like mentioned previously, their cake liners and their lemonade palette. I love lemonade. I love Smoky Glow. Hannah. I love Hannah Smoky Glow. If I could, meet her, we would definitely be best friends because, yeah, I don't know, parasocial relationships. Anyway, but I don't know if her palette is like my color story. I'm not a super like pinky, purpley, sparkly, not sparkly, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's sparkle and then there's Hannah's sparkle. I don't know. I just don't know if that palette is my color story. I might pick up the glosses. I know that the glosses are really pigmented and I'd love to get a hold of those. But as far as Midas, as Midas as a whole, I'm really interested in their cake liners as well as the lemonade palette and some lip glosses. Yeah. Oh, I might pick up the face palette as well. I love a face palette. So I'd probably get Noon because Dawn is probably way too light for me. So I'd probably get Noon. Yeah, I wouldn't get Dusk just because I wouldn't be able to use the bronzer contour shade in there. Midas is definitely on my list of brands to try. And next, I think is Lunar Beauty. Let me check my notes. Another one that has a lot of beautiful palettes, and they have a blush palette. He has some glosses, and some really nice pigmented ones as well. And I think I'd probably start with the Moonspell. Yeah, I think I would start with the Moonspell just because it's really grungy, just to get a feel for the formula. And then I'd probably also pick up the Strawberry Dreams and the Eclipse palette that he just launched, as they're stunning. And I know that I just said that I'm not a super pinky person, but the Strawberry Dreams palette has some blues in it as well, and I do love blue. And there's this shade that I saw Heather Austin swatch that was like shades in a palette that made me buy it, and it was a like inner corner highlight shade that was like a white blue duochrome, and it was stunning. I can't remember the name of the shade, but it's in the Strawberry Dreams palette, and it almost might make me purchase it just for that shade. So yeah, I would start with I would start with the Moonspell to kind of gauge the formula. Probably pick up a few glosses and definitely the blush palette, because I heard it's a really pigmented blush palette, and I love blush palettes and pigment. So I think that's where I'd start. Yeah, I don't know if I would pick up any of his highlighters. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on them. Not super mixed, like more positive than like negative, but still mixed. I would just have to see what shades there are. I feel like I've only seen one shade in like everybody's collection, so I might take a look at those as well. But yeah, I would definitely try. I'm hoping to definitely try Lunar Beauty in 2021. Technically my last one, because I have 2 honorable mentions for brands that I want to try. My last technical one would be Acebj, and I love all of their color stories, and I know that they can be, I've heard that their formula can be a little bit finicky, but I also have confidence in myself. I have seen a lot of people do looks with their palettes. They have an all like blue-green palette, the Oceanic palette that looks stunning. They have is it the Harvest palette? I think it is. It's just a really nice fall grungy color story, and I think that is stunning. And it has a lot of shades that I don't have in my collection. It has like some really deep reds and burgundies, grungy, more pukey greens than I have. I have like some nice muted greens, like khaki shades, but I don't feel like I have anything that looks super pukey. That was a good descriptor. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. And then they have a rainbow palette that I think looks, I think out of all of their palettes, I think that is the one that looks the least like the most lackluster to me, which I think is shocking, because I love like rainbow palettes, and I know that a lot of people like that one in particular. I'm not to say I won't pick that one up. If they have like a bundled deal, yeah, I'll get it. But if I was, picking just a few, I would start with those 2 first. And then probably I think it's Fallen Paradise is the purple one. I'm not entirely positive on any of these names, by the way, but I think it's the Fallen Paradise. It's like the purpley plum one, the dark one. I think that one's stunning. And then the pink one as well. I like the pink one more than the rainbow, and that's shocking. I think that's just shocking for me. In that order is how I would pick them up and kind of rank them loosely, just based off of first impressions of seeing them online, seeing people's reviews, seeing people's looks, knowing my own personal color preferences. That is how I would rank them, as far in terms of me picking them up. And I'm pretty sure that those are all the palettes. Like, they only have palettes, those aren't all the palettes I have, but I'm pretty sure that though they only have palettes, they might have brushes or lashes, but I'm not positive. So I mean, that would be the only thing I'd be able to try from them as their palettes. I'm not really interested in like the Vintage Dawn or something. It's a really like pinky corally palette, and I think that if I was gonna get a pinky palette from them, I would rather get the long one. Those were my official 5 brands that I want to try next year in 2021. But I do have 2 honorable mentions, like I said, because I could not narrow them down enough. And yeah, these 2 are kind of brands that if I don't get to try, I'll be sad, but I am not gonna make as hard of an effort to get them into my collection. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, it's okay, and I can get them when I get them. First is a new indie brand called Game Beauty. I am beyond excited for this brand. The artwork, gorgeous. The colors, gorgeous. I love gaming. I love fantasy. I love everything that I've seen from this brand so far. I am really hoping that their quality is good. I'm really hoping to get my hands on it. It just looks like a really fun palette, fun color story. Goes with the theme. The outside matches the inside. It's just a really beautiful palette, and it's a breath of fresh air to like kind of see a brand that represents another side of me in something that's completely opposite of what it is. Like to me, I don't ever think of gaming and beauty makeup together, like simultaneously, synonymously, existing in the same space, however you want to say it. Yes, like they're 2 huge interests of mine, but combining them, like, oh my gosh, my head exploded when I found this palette. So that I'm really hoping to get that. They only have the one. I am really excited to see what they have launching in 2021, if they have different palettes, if they have liquid eyeshadow. I don't know. I'm just really excited to see where their creativity is going to take them, especially if they're sticking with this game theme. I think that they can be really inventive with it. And then my last brand that I am hoping to bring into my collection is a all cream brand, and that is Salt New York. A lot of people have been getting their cute little zip up leather palettes that have like 4 little things in there, and they're completely customizable, and I think that that is great. I think my ultimate thing would be 1 highlighter, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. So I'm not a super contour-y person anymore, and if I need to contour, I have a contour stick, that's fine. So that's not probably a shade that I would get. I'd just stick with bronzer, 2 blushes, and the highlighter. And I feel like a lot of their reviews have been really positive. I know I've only seen 1 person that the products really haven't worked for, maybe 2, but I think one of them, the products weren't working, and then the other one, it wasn't their preference because they're not a cream person. I am starting to become more split between the 2. Today I wore cream, but I have been using a lot of powder recently, and I don't really know why. Maybe because it is just giving my skin a lot more veil on my cheeks and stuff like that. I don't know why. It might just be color preference. Whatever I'm wanting to put on my cheeks that day is the color that I want. I don't really know, but I've been being more split, and I have a lot more paletted powder blushes than I do have paletted cream products, and that's just something that is really interesting to me. So I'm hoping to get to try Salt New York in 2021. But that's really all for me, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Down below, comment what you are hoping to try in 2021, either product, new technique, or just new brand. I'm really interested to see what you guys are, oh my god, what you guys are trying to kind of bring into your collection to test out and get your hands on. So let me know that down below, because I am really, really interested. And if you guys have ever heard of Game Beauty, I want to know that too, because I'm excited. I'm really excited. But my social medias will be in the description box. I hope you guys go follow me on there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!